Why do you think that the mainstream media, not just the games press where they're all corrupt with each other, but why do you think like the mainstream media basically said the same thing that the games press said
It
about
fits a
Gamergate?
narrative. It simply fits a narrative. That there's a narrative of like, oppressing white people and patriarchy type stuff. I mean, like, whether or not you agree with it or not, that it fits a story.
Did you reach out to any journalists or media outlets who wrote articles about Gamergate to correct misinformation?
I think I told you a story about the editor of Miami Herald, which happened in SVJ Airplay.
Yes. Yeah. Was that the
Kathy
only
Young talked to
example?
me. Yeah, that Kathy Young talked to me directly for a small interview. Other than that, that was pretty much it.
Okay. And no, wait, you were like a major figure in GG, dude. You were bigger. You were way bigger than me, probably in terms of like your influence within the movement, even. Like, at least on the ethics side, you were. I was more on the creative freedom, but like you were a pretty big figure in GG. Didn't no journalists reach out to you?
No, that was really it, and thankfully that was it.
But isn't it wild that like you and like Mark, Seb, and Nicole, and Mombot, and me, and all these other people, like there were some major people who easily any journalist who wanted to find out about GG could reach out to, and like they largely didn't even remotely try to ask us for our side of the story. Like that's
No,
wild.
I mean it was a little. The thing is, like, again, you have low information people trying to write an article about something. They already have an established narrative. They already have the resources in Wikipedia and a few other places. Why would they bother talking to actual source material? Like, that's really the problem. And like, and especially if you're trying to get this thing out and it's for clicks. Like, really, they have no incentive. Like, again, as I said to you at the very beginning, those who are interested in learning the truth will learn the truth. Those who are not are not.
If a journalist or games journalist who covered Gamergate is reading this book right now, do you have anything you want to say to them?
Well, basically, I
Sorry, and got it wrong. I should have added. If they covered Gamergate and got it wrong, do you have anything you want to say?
well, all I can say is just look deeper, ask questions about why. And if you're one of the people who are accused about these things, like, I'm glad you fixed your ethics policies and that you've actually started changing those things. Um, and I think that, I mean, other than that, like, that I think was pretty much it. Like, for those who those who work in journalism, seek the truth and speak it. Don't just simply take everyone else's word for granted.
What do you think that the media can learn from how they covered Gamergate? The mainstream press, that is.
I don't think they've learned their lesson, and I think that's something you have to ask Koretsky. Because Koretsky, I think himself would actually know much deeper, and like how much the press has not learned. And unfortunately now, like was it 20% of people believe in mainstream media nowadays? Like, it's just, I don't know how else to fix it. Um, at this point, it's going to come from individuals who are willing to tell the truth and speak it. But that's a story for another day, and that's their story to tell.
Have you seen the Wikipedia article on Gamergate?
Oh yeah, many times over. And I know it's wrong. The best place to look is Know Your Meme.
Would you like to see the narrative on Gamergate change?
As you said, it's was it, how do you pronounce it? Rorschach?
Rorschach test?
Rorschach. It's a Rorschach test. People who want to know will know. They'll find out.
Well,
I mean, and people who simply believe what the media tells them, well, that's on them.
you say that, but a lot of the resources and stuff that Gamergate people created on the internet is disappearing. Like the wiki from Deep Freeze is breaking, and
Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm talking to you, because you're part of it. You want to renew, in a sense, like, the story, tell the truth, and do your own thing with it. Like, as I said to you, like, I don't know what part I have to play. I don't know if I do, but I support people like you who are willing to dig and talk on both sides. I mean, I hope you find someone on the other side to tell their story
I've
too.
got 2 or 3 people. I want to get more, but 2 of them are doing text-only interviews where I'm just sending them the questions and they're sending me the answers, which that's okay. One of them said that if the text interview goes well, they might do voice, and then I've got another person who's interested and probably would do voice, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, if they want to, they can listen. They can listen. I'd like to hear what they said to say because more than anything, I think we should listen to each other.
You attended a GamerGate meetup in Washington, right?
Yeah, DC.
What was that like?
Well, it was a whole bunch of people, and I think Milo got it on with somebody that night. Otherwise, like it was pretty interesting meeting a whole bunch of real life people. They were all from the East Coast, and I think though it was a sense like a big relief to know that here are some real life people who are doing these things. But other than that, it was mostly like just toasting and drinks and laughter, and then going back home. It really wasn't a big deal, other than the fact that hey, you're not or like the joke, are you a sock puppet or not? But no, they were real people.
Has your conscious experience as a human been made worse to any degree because of the negative narrative about Gamergate?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you want me to elaborate further, as I said, like I keep telling you again, I think I might end up repeating myself over and over. It's like you want to know the truth, those who seek it.
What's your favorite video game?
Dark Souls, and particularly because particularly because like it helped me recover from that. Like it's a game about triumphing over some of the worst circumstances.
Do you have any thoughts on Vivian James or Gamergate related art projects?
I made about 3 pieces on Vivian James. I will not tell you which ones they are.
Have I used them in my videos before?
I don't know actually.
Probably. For better or worse, I used tons of Vivian James art in my older videos before, and they're all gone now, but I used tons of art. And a lot of it was uncredited because a lot of it was deliberately anonymous. The idea was how it was. The idea was this isn't my art. This is for the movement. This is for the cause. This is for everybody.
That's why I won't tell you. That's why I won't tell you which ones are mine.
But I also think it's fine to take credit for it. Like if you had a portfolio and you're like, hey, look, this is my art. I'm proud of this. I want to show it off. I think that's fine too.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, man. This is something that is her. She's her own thing.